under attack. Time has come, we're gonna take it back. Just wait and see. Don't tread on me. I won't sit back, stand idly by, watch the heart of my nation die. Oh, not me. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on my Bible, don't tread on my guns, don't you tread on my faith in God's only Son. Don't tread on me. Don't tread on me.
Hey everybody, this is John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly, and it's, how warm is it out there, Nick, right now? Is the temperature good? It's 92.
Toasty.
And it's raining, and it's another beautiful day in Fayette County. Today's show is being brought to you by Patriot Switch, Monarch Windows and Doors, Mauser's Garage and Tire Center, PatriotsOnline.com, Fayette County Recovery, Storage, U-Haul, and Animal Rescue. They're like the IDF of Fayette County, 724-323-3833. Tactical Civics, White Mountain Logging, Solid the Foundation Ministries, New Life Free Methodist Church, Highline Motorsports. Go see Greg. His picture was all over Facebook today. He won an award. Gun Owners of America, John Marietta, Hillbilly Jon Radio that's up on YouTube, and John Marietta for We the People, and Driscoll's Potting Shed. Hey, it's Tuesday, and I tell everyone all this, and it seems like it should be like Saturday right now, because that's how much I've got in these first 48 hours of this week, or well, counting Sunday, I guess. But anyways, I'm going to start out with this. Truly, I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to the mountain, move from here, and move from here to there, and it will move. It will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Matthew 17:20. And like I always say, faith, fear ain't in this house. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of things going on. I have a couple. Gina's with me. Gina White's with me.
Hi, everyone.
And I have Crystal Krause and Kathy Krause. I apologize for that.
That's okay.
Let's start out with Crystal, because and maybe she can give us a little brief history of your business in Dunbar. Yep. And what let me tell you something. This girl is passionate beyond belief about this Dunbar Festival. I think she would do just about anything to make sure that Dunbar Festival gets pulled off every year.
That's probably pretty true.
And if you would have seen her, they had a meat bash out at West Lacing Ring, and
the best meat bash.
Yeah,
the food was fantastic.
The food was good. The music. Oh, the boy that played the music, he was really good.
Yeah,
in fact, we're trying to work on. Gina's working on that for me. But anyways, we're trying to get that accomplished. But let's start with you, Crystal, and then we'll bring your mother.
Let me plug my fest. Okay,
yeah,
good.
I want you to get
all
the
right.
festival.
Okay.
Because you know what, I am so impressed.
Thank you.
You know what,
I was impressed with the meat bash, because I felt like you did a really good job organizing it, and for all of the things that were happening, I felt it was really well organized. And like I said, I'll say it for the second time, the food, we were talking about that right before the show. It's hard to go to a place that they have like a bash or whatever, and the food is usually the thing that they sacrifice and the money, right? But they did not disappoint with the food. So the food was worth just going to the bash.
It was.
For sure.
And I'm glad you called. I think I was able to get rid of a few tickets for you, but it's a good thing. So go ahead, Chris.
So the food. Let's talk about the important part first.
Right.
The food of the bash was Dos Boys Barbecue, who they are on our committee, and they're amazing people. And then entertainment was Nick Polito, who is at Fest.
Good.
And he is opening for our headliner, which we can announce, which is Scott, Rob, and Greg from the Clarks, which will be on Saturday nights. The Fest this year is September 13th and 14th. The evening of the 13th and the 14th, but Fest is big. It's growing. It has grown a lot. We've like quadrupled in size. So we've got parade and a duck derby and a pageant and a pet show and a wild animal show. And last year over 100 vendors, and we're always hoping to be bigger than the year before. Mm-hmm. And all the churches participate, and the fire department participates, and the library, and historical society. And all of our businesses participate, and we we want our whole community. Like, we want to show off our community.
And you know what? This is good because I mean Dawson has a parade and a festival every year, and me and Gina will go to. We always get invited to that. I've been to Dunbar 2 or 3 times in the last couple of years, and it's a good thing. It is a good thing. Yeah, you have the duck race.
We do. Duck Derby. We've got 2 entertainment stages. We have bands going the entire time, plus, all the other events. But
there was a lot of entertainment for the kids, though, too.
Yes,
wasn't there
with
a whole
our kids
area?
zone. Yeah, we have
Rides or something?
Yes, we have rides. We have fireworks. We have because there's so much. It's hard to even. I mean, I coordinate the whole thing. It's hard to even remember what we have.
Yeah.
There's so much.
Yeah.
We have a free kids zone. So we have bouncy houses. One of our local churches steps up and coordinates activities for the kids all day long. Pumpkin painting and games. We have a whole adult games chance area, kids, game area. We just try to bring our community together and draw people in to show off our community.
One of the things that you told me that's that you probably didn't even realize you said this to me. You want people to come to Dunbar to take a look to see if they can put a business in Dunbar, if they can buy something in Dunbar, so they can pay taxes in Dunbar.
Wow, what a novel idea.
She almost sounds like a statesman, huh?
A little bit.
We're going to work to get people to come here to pay taxes so we can thrive. How
She
about
should
that?
be the mayor of Dunbar.
No, I'm good. Thanks. That role is taken, and I'm fine.
She's a very busy person with this going on. I know she is.
Yes.
But anyways, the reason I wanted you to go into that, you also have a family business, which the Mariettas and we're from Dunbar, and the Burhanses, and Yins took over Todd Burhans's funeral home. Your dad did, and your mother did.
Yeah.
And that seems like a lifetime ago. I mean, it does.
Yeah.
It was 1984.
Yes, 1984. Yeah, the funeral home's been there since 1902, and then they took over in 1984.
So we have a business in Dunbar, and that's been there since 1902, and we have a problem.
Yeah, a big one.
A big problem. And Kathy, do you want to say anything about this, or do you want to talk about this? Dunbar is a unique place. There's railroad tracks. There's a creek if you're from Dunbar, so you have to say it properly. And you're on the wrong side of the creek, it seems.
Apparently so, according to Columbia Gas.
And they're wanting the gas line that came. That they've replaced all the gas lines in Dunbar so far.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the only one they don't want to replace is the one that goes to you.
Correct.
And there's 5 apartments and that's part of. Is it part of the old theater? Is that? No.
No, it's up above the funeral home.
It's above the funeral home. There's 5 apartments. One of yous live there, and one of yous use one of the apartments if the weather's bad, right?
Right.
And then yous have three rental, and they're all heated with gas. The hot water is with gas, which is the most efficient thing you could do, and they don't want to replace the water line because they say it's dangerous to take it across the creek. I guess that's what they're saying, anyways.
Well, the line is across the creek now.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes, it's already.
It's been there, and since we bought the business, it was there before that, and I don't even know when it was put in, but it's been there.
Well, and they replaced the bridge.
We never lost gas.
Never lost gas.
Never
service.
lost gas.
So, what I'm trying to say is that this is something that shouldn't even be. We shouldn't even have to talk about this.
I agree.
This should be taken care. This should have been taken care of a long time ago. The right people would look at this and scratch their head and said, "Well, what's the problem? Let's put the line in."
Yeah.
But now we're in a different situation where we have to go to court.
Yes, have been there and in front of the PUC, and I'm still fighting them, and I'm hoping that they'll pay attention and continue to give me gas. Right now they want to abandon my service, which means it would cost me about $300,000 to convert to electric. I don't have $300,000. So it would pretty much mean that it would shut me down.
So we're gonna get everybody involved in this, because this as many people as we possibly can. If anybody wants to contact me about this, we're gonna try to get a letter together in the next. It won't happen until next Tuesday. I won't have it ready for next Tuesday. But anybody who wants to sign a letter, we're gonna put this together to present why not. Maybe that's just what we say. Why not? Because you've been willing to even pay for the gas line clear to the creek, right?
Well, we haven't even discussed anything like that. They won't listen, and they just want to shut it down. They do not want to provide me with gas, and it just leaves me high and dry.
Right. Everybody else in the borough has had their lines replaced voluntarily by Columbia Gas.
At no cost.
At no cost,
No cost.
correct. And then we received just one day in the mail a letter of gas abandonment, that they were turning off our gas. And then we went through and began a process with, an attorney, and it went the whole way to the PUC, and we've spent tens of thousands of dollars over the last almost 2 years fighting that process. It's, just kind of added up over time dealing with all that. So we've been dealing with this for almost 2 years now. And that's with no explanation from Columbia Gas as to why.
Why they can't.
We have no idea why they won't. And actually, even if our line even actually needs replaced, just an abandonment. And so that avenue has not worked. So now we are in a different court situation.
Yeah, and
Well, at the very least, they should give you a reason, right? So that you could they should at least justify why they would want to shut down your service if you've been paying for all these years. Like, why would they want to lose somebody who's a faithful customer?
They just said it cost too much money to replace the line. They didn't have a problem replacing all the lines in Dunbar until it came to me, and then they just don't want to do it. And we've asked them why, and it cost too much money.
Wow.
Yeah, lots of unanswered
well, there's some other things here that can be involved. Dunbar, if you've ever lived in Dunbar, is a town. There's Dunbar downtown, we'll call it, and then there's hills everywhere, and all the hills have different names. But there's no gas service right now to the people up on Hardy Hill, which would be about a mile. Okay, but if you brought the gas over, then they would be able to take it right up the road to Hardy Hill and other places. I'm sure Church Hill would be. Well, you'd have to cross another creek here. So, but anyways, I mean, but there's places that people would like to have gas service.
For sure.
And so this could be a benefit, not just to Kathy, but to other places.
And the other places aren't complaining?
Well, it looks like they're sitting back waiting to see what happens with Kathy's deal.
Oh, so they're just letting Kathy take the burden of what's happening.
Yes.
And we all know, John knows probably all too well how much court costs can add up.
Yeah, well, I'm very fortunate, and I mean this seriously, that Kathy reached out to me, and then I've got to speak to her attorney several times, and he's filed a brief at the and I don't want to go into the legal jargon, but he's filed a brief at the state court right now. There's going to be some other things getting filed in the near future, and we're going to work to try to get this accomplished. I think that you have a business that's been there since 1902, and it
shouldn't it be grandfathered in as
well, you would think it would be.
Because isn't there a lot of historical value around in that area?
Yeah.
It's not grandfathered in somewhere as a historical landmark?
I don't know. We never thought about that.
Yeah,
one.
that's
Maybe
That's-
look into
that's-
that.
that's
'cause
a
it
good
would-
idea.
That is a good idea.
Because like it's been around so long, I would think that it's a historical
There's a lot of
something or
history.
another.
There's a lot of history in Dunbar that people don't realize. I mean,
Yeah.
the coke ovens were in
Yeah,
Dunbar.
that's why I
And-
thought
That's a
maybe
great point.
maybe look into that to see if there's something that you can do in that avenue, because like I would imagine they wouldn't be able to. It probably has some sort of historical value to the community.
But we're gonna work on this. But actually, you wrote a little bit. Kathy or Crystal wrote a text to me, and it was really good. Do you think you could reiterate on that for us?
Sure.
You could like tell us the whole. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know which one. Are we talking about what they've done for the community?
Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess I'm kind of passionate about what my parents in particular, and she will probably get really embarrassed. I don't even know if she knows not necessarily all of these things, but they're very, and have been very quiet about it. But my parents have done a lot for our community since coming there in 1984. And I felt like it was time that somebody knew that. I think that it was just kind of how I was raised, and it was a part of life.
Yeah.
But it's, I think as I've become an adult, and this situation has arisen, kind of became imperative that somebody knows exactly not just what the business means to the community, but like what they mean to the community. And especially since, my dad has passed, it kind of became more prevalent. But, since being there in 1984, and hopefully I don't forget all of them, but, they've been sponsored the Little League and the not since 1984, but the Cub Scout charter and a Boy Scout charter, and the Harper Schoolhouse where the Boy Scouts meet helped to renovate and take care of that building, which is, I'm sure, has got to be some type of historical landmark at this point where that is.
I think so, because it's Dunbar Troop 180, right?
Yes, correct.
My son used to be a part of that, and we
Okay.
used to be a part of the
So you know
Dunbar
exactly
parade,
what building
so
I'm
I
talking
know
about, right.
That's where they used to sell the Christmas trees out of,
Yes,
right?
correct. Yes. And that whole building.
I'm sure that is.
Yeah, I would think that it would have to be too. So that,
I think it is.
that building helped with the, I know my dad was involved in that, which I had forgotten to mention to you until I just started thinking about that. And lifetime members of the Historical Society, and they do a lot to support the fire department. And when my dad was alive, was a library board member. My mom's been a library board member, and now I've taken his spot as the library board member. And we try to support all the local sports teams, and really big on trying to support local businesses and
Historical.
I said the Historical
Yeah,
Society.
and bring other businesses in.
Right, and obviously the Community Fest. They were on the Community Fest committee, and that was going to end, and somehow now have taken over the Community Fest. That wasn't it kind of just happens, but and now that's kind of a other limb. It's like an extension, but. And I'm probably forgetting things. I don't know if I'll.
Yeah.
But the point, I guess, of all of that was that it's not just about the business as well. That business obviously then provides the opportunity to support the community as a whole.
Exactly.
And it's not just that one entity. It is the whole picture, I feel like, is really relevant and important to this gas component. It is. It affects more than just one thing. It is a big picture
What
situation.
floored me about this whole thing, and your mother called me and said that they painted lines. They were painting lines
They did.
Saturday, or was it Saturday or Friday? Friday, where the gas line ran. And she asked them what they were going to do. She said, well, they were marking the water line because they were going to dig the old gas line up and take it out. And I'm thinking, like, if you're going to dig the old one up to take it out, why not
Right.
just put a new one in?
Right.
While you're
Right.
I mean,
Right.
for you got the ditch dug.
Right.
I mean,
Correct.
It probably wouldn't be. Isn't that the part that costs most
Right.
money?
Right.
Is like getting to that point.
yeah,
You would think,
and they're going to
yeah.
cut the pavement. They're going to do all these things to
Yeah.
take it out. So why not just, if you're going to take it out, why not just replace it?
Because isn't most of the money put into like getting the machinery there?
Yeah,
Isn't that
because- yeah.
like the permits that they have to in order to get the machines there to actually do that? It's not the actual job; it's to get the machines there. So if they're there,
Yeah.
Why not just finish the job?
In opening everything up, you would
Right,
think
opening,
that,
right.
I mean,
Because they're going to have to close it back up and fix it anyway. Are they just going to leave it abandoned?
no.
Well, I mean, it's in the middle of the road.
It's in the middle of the road.
Literally
No.
in the.
But like, if they take it out, are they just not going to fix it and then just fix the road and just let it go? Is that what they're? I don't know. I'm just in my head like this.
Well,
I'm confused.
We think
Us too.
we think that the message just hasn't got to the right person yet.
Right.
And hopefully we can get it to
Maybe
the right
some
person.
people that care about Dunbar would be listening and perhaps help out.
Yeah.
We hope.
Yeah.
Sometimes things get overlooked, and we're gonna look at it like that for right now. But I'm gonna help them push forward with this
I
as
would
much as I
definitely
possibly
look
can.
into like the historical value and to see
And
if
we're
that
gonna
would
keep
help.
giving you. We'll keep giving everybody updates on this, and I just feel like that this has to be taken care of. I mean, and the other thing with the Dunbar Festival, if I neglect to mention this, my dad will tell me about it. They have the biggest steam engine in I guess in this part of the United States is in Cumberland. And how cool would that be if you could get them to bring it through Dunbar for the festival?
Oh, I would love that.
Wouldn't that be the coolest thing?
You never
I remember
know.
when they brought
Just
the
listening to the show. You never know.
I would love that.
I remember when they brought the great big one through. I was a kid, and I remember all the kids laying pennies on the track.
Oh my gosh.
And that was in the 70s. So and my dad will tell me I should know exactly what train it was, but what engine it was. But there is one of the biggest ones in Cumberland right now. And how cool that would be to do like an excursion, to have people come into Dunbar and then turn the train around and go back out.
I'm fully on board. I'm always looking for walking entertainment, vendors, cool things, sponsors. Listen, I wake up at like 3 a.m. and make notes of things I'm looking for. I'm always looking for cool things.
You're
But,
my type of committee leader because you like we were talking about before, you like to keep the historical
Yes.
nature of what's happening, but add,
Yes.
help incorporate the new ones.
Yeah, Kathy was reluctant about this because she was a little bit nervous about doing this, but I think it was a good thing, and I think we can do this again. It's a juggle between trying to do the right thing and trying to get things taken care of, and sometimes it takes. You got to push the right buttons in order to make things happen.
Yeah. Sometimes
So-
you just need the support from your local community. Maybe they didn't know that, and then maybe that
Right.
they know that this is happening and that they need to jump on board to support you. Maybe now that they know how serious it is, maybe they will be more inclined to do so because I feel like, I just keep going back to the building that's been around since 1902. That has to be significant for something.
They actually they bought. There was a movie theater in Dunbar.
Oh, you bought that too?
It's part of the building.
It's part of the building.
Oh.
It was called the Strand.
Oh.
So that's how we were class. They were classy in Dunbar. Yeah. They probably had a Ronald Reagan movie or two once in a while. But my dad said, remember going down to watch the movies on Saturday. Well, they probably had shorts on Saturday or something that you could go if And of course, I grew up. Todd Burhands was, a friend of my grandmother's and my grandparents and the Mariettas, of course. And so it was a good thing. I remember all the, and Bell's store was right there too.
There's something there's a parade on Memorial Day or something you do
Yes.
too, right?
Yes.
Because I think I remembered being a part of that with the Cub Scouts, and then it would go down to that memorial location where they would do like
The
a
honor
speech.
roll, yep.
Was Brandon something? What was his name? He was like a veteran that was popular from Uniontown. He comes back and he does Brandon something. I forget. I'm sorry, I forget his last name. Rumbaugh. Brandon Rumbaugh, I think, was speaking there. I think I remembered that from when my kids were there
yeah,
because I remembered him.
We're gonna have to talk them into doing. We're gonna have to talk them into doing a ramp festival too again. That was cool.
Yeah.
Well, as long as that barbecue place is going to be there, I'll definitely be at the festival because I want some of that coleslaw.
They will. They're there.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No.
Is there anything you want to say, Kathy, before we let you guys go?
Well, just the fact that there are people that whenever I tell them what's going on with Columbia Gas. They're shocked. They don't understand how it can happen. And they said, how can that be? How can they just abandon your service? I mean, which means we would have no heat in our building. We would have no hot water. The apartments would have no heat or hot water. People were just completely shocked.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can't. I mean, how would you?
You can't operate a business that way.
I mean, the only choice you really have to go back to would be to put a coal boiler in.
Yeah, and I think the other important thing too is that people bring up, about converting, and the problem with converting is not just the hundreds of thousands of dollars to convert, but then the elevated utility bills. It's over 3 times the cost to run, month to month. We can't pass it on to customers. Like it really does put her out of business, which is a huge problem, obviously. So that
and it's a burden on the next person.
Right, exactly. Propane, we're in a floodplain, so that's a huge problem. Like there really isn't another option. So it's imperative that this is resolved, and that we really just need support. And if somebody has a solution or knows the right person that would have a solution, like we've tried to battle this for so long, and it's evolved, and didn't think it would go this far, but we I think that it's important to know that all this time, especially, and she kind of is bashful about it, but that my parents have supported the community, and now we need support back.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the time for everybody to rally around.
Right, exactly.
Family now.
And now we're asking for it.
Yeah, we have to have. Just like when I started, you have to have faith of mustard, the size of a mustard seed, and then you can move mountains.
Yep.
And I think that's where you two are.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you came across the right person.
Yeah. Well, we got off track a little bit because I thought that it was going to be rectified, and then it didn't happen, and then so no. But I'm going to stay with this. I'm going to ride this. So, anyways, hey, we're going to take a break if Nick's ready for that, and we're going to change our gas.
Right.
Are you noticing your house getting a little drafty? Use your tax refund and call Monarch Windows and Doors. Family owned and operated with over 20 years experience, Monarch Windows and Doors can make your home warm again. Monarch Windows and Doors only use their own employees, no subcontractors. They are BBB accredited and offers military discounts. Call Monarch Windows and Doors and find out what they could do for you. 412-215-8116. That's 412-215-8116, or see Monarch Windows and Doors on Google or Facebook.
Just changing seats here a little bit. I just want to reiterate one of our sponsors is Fayette County Recovery and Storage and U-Haul, and they also will go help you out with if you need any animals rescued too that are needing saved. And they're like the Israeli Defense Force of Fayette County. So if you have an animal that's in hostage, give them a call. 724-323-3833. Okay, now I got my favorite redhead here from the. Is that on purpose because of the Red Raiders or
no?
I
not
think
at all.
She's naturally red.
I'm naturally a redhead. Yes,
she fits in with the theme of the team.
I do.
So we want to talk a little bit about you guys doing
Barbecue
at the Polish Club.
Yes.
And so let's reiterate that. Let's get that going.
We're gonna have a contest.
Yeah, so we're going to have a contest here in a few seconds. But before I get started and tell you what's going on some upcoming things, I would like to thank a few people who have continuously contributed by supporting and donating their time, their effort, whatever, into making this the best year it can be for our kids. Amanda Zajac, Jen Bell, Casey Sports Cafe, Cynthia Grooms, Abigail Zebley, Kayla and Raylan King, Lori and Darius Bird, Gina White, Peyton Powell, Dom Neal, JJ the Magician, and Noelle Bailey from Arch from Above. We just want to thank you so much for helping the kids out this year. So the barbecue is going to be this Saturday, June 22nd, from 1 to 5 at the Polish Club here in Uniontown. The tickets are still on sale now. They are 15 for adults and 8 for children. We're having JJ the Magician. He's going to be doing some balloon art. Dom will be there face painting away. It's $2. JJ the Magician's are $1. And then Noelle Bailey will be there with her arch that she's doing up for the barbecue. There's going to be some great food, some good things going on, some 50-50 Chinese auction. Cupcakes, cookies, some good food. We'll have a couple vendors there for you. Angela Bassett will be there with some vending stuff for you guys. So, come on out and have a good time and support the kids.
All right.
This is going to be Saturday
Saturday.
at what time again?
1 to 5 at the Polish Club.
At
Yes.
the Polish Club.
Yes.
And they cost $10.
No, $15 for adults, 8 for children.
Okay.
You're close.
I'm close.
You're close. It's good.
We're going to have a contest?
Yeah. Whatever you guys want to do. First caller, whatever. I have an adult and child ticket to give away. So whatever you guys want to do.
Okay.
First caller, second caller.
Let's do the third caller.
Okay.
Just because third caller gets adult and child ticket. Please call in at 724-438-4593. We'd appreciate it. Give us a call and we'll get that ticket over to you. You can go to Polish Club and have lunch on Saturday.
Yeah,
That's right.
some hot dogs and hamburgers and some salad. Wasn't there like some sort of salad?
Yeah, we're having macaroni salad, some
That's right,
cornbread, some baked beans,
Watermelon.
watermelon.
But we also want to remind everybody about how much support they need. Coming out to this barbecue is really just a way of supporting them and eating at the same time. And so there's a lot of money that goes into the equipment. The cheerleaders need a lot of things, and collaboratively they have to raise almost $50,000 just to get the league running for the year between equipment rental and all that stuff.
And you think about it, it is, yeah.
purchase.
You think about it, it's a big effort. It's just like what Crystal was here with about the Dunbar Festival and all the money they have to raise just to put that festival on.
It's
and,
crazy.
And just to break even.
Yeah.
I mean, that's and just for everybody to come and is all you want to do is pay for the football field, get kids. The helmets have to be recertified every year.
Yeah.
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years.
Yes.
How the shoulder pads and all that have to be recertified too.
Yes, every 2 years.
Okay, and then
They need uniforms
and
every
you gotta,
couple years.
Yeah, I would say that
They
boys,
get beat up.
Yeah, our uniforms from the
uniforms
boys get beat up pretty bad.
Yeah.
They take a beating.
Yeah.
So
Because then they got to stretch over those
shoulder pads.
Yeah, and then
yeah.
they're stinky because the boys are stinky and they're dirty because they're muddy.
Gina knows she's
Gina-
got boys.
I've got 3 of them.
She's
I
got 3 of
know.
them. She knows.
And I'll be with a toothbrush trying to scrub those stupid cleats that I have. And so just because I need them to last for 3 kids. So I'm like trying to make them look like
Yeah.
new. I know. So it's expensive. The cleats, when you buy them on your own, are no less than $60, $70. And
Right.
those are like little kid cleats. It's obnoxious.
It's tough because and then the way the economy is right now.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I mean, my wife, she, I don't know what she bought 20 or 30 quarts of strawberries to do, and to put up, and like she says, she remembers paying $1 a quart for strawberries.
Oh my
And
gosh.
we were thinking, and we would pay. I think there's 12 quarts in a flat. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there was 12 quarts in a flat. And I remember going and picking them up and thinking like, oh man, $12 for a flat of strawberries. And she would put up 3 or 4 flats every year. Now the last 2 days she's put up, I don't know, 24 or 30, whatever she put up. But they were what were they? $2.50
Wow.
a quart. So I mean, that's a really good price, too.
Right.
You know, that was a really
Absolutely.
good price. So, but she said a pound of butter was on sale for. I'm going to get this wrong, but I thought she told me $3.50 a pound. I mean,
That's cheap, though.
You ladies
Yeah.
do the shopping, but I mean,
It's way more than that now.
I see it. I picked up butter one day and brought it home, and I had a $20 bill in my hand, and I only had like butter and a couple other things, and I thought, well, and it was $45 by the time I got out.
Oh,
of
yeah,
the
it's
grocery store.
expensive.
So,
It is.
So I know what it is, and people were watching what they do. So
Oh, absolutely.
the fundraising things are hard to do.
Absolutely.
I remember remembered Land O'Lakes always has butter on sale for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I know this because whenever I get butter, I buy a ton and I freeze it because that's when I buy it. And it used to be 2 boxes for $5. Now it's 2 for $7.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You know.
So, what else you want to tell us about the football team?
So our first game is going to be August 18th, and it starts at 12 o'clock, and then 2 o'clock, and then 4 o'clock. And those are our games. Our first practice for the boys is July 15th. That's our camp week. We have 2 weeks of camp, and then we start regular heat week comes up. But our first game is going to be August 18th at the high school. So
if you're local and you want to hang out at the football games and support that way, I mean, coming in and, participating and buying in the concession stands or buying the 50-50, that's another way that you can sort of participate and enjoy watching them play as well. So,
well, like I said, I enjoy watching football, and the first game is what day?
the first football game is August 18th.
Okay, I'm going to be I'm gonna,
At the Polish Club. Yes, at the door.
Polish Club at the door for you, dear. Thank you.
so what I got to do is
Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'll try to get to the first, maybe it'll probably be the second game because you start at 11 o'clock, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'll try to get there by, we'll try to get to a couple games.
And Grandma Kathy won the ticket. She's a big supporter. She helps me all the time. She is.
Oh, congratulations, Grandma Kathy. Thank you, Nick, for entertaining our
Yes, thank
contest.
you.
So, but, and you'll be playing at the Uniontown High School field.
Yes. Our first game is August 18th. We'll be at the high school field, and then this following Sunday after that, we'll be at the high school field, and then we're away for 2 games. But if everybody would like to join our Facebook, I keep updates on there on when the games are at their home or they're away. We'd be more than happy to see you guys come out and support
What's
the
the
Uniontown.
Facebook page?
It's Uniontown Junior Red Raiders. It has a little football helmet on it because there's a couple old ones there. But if you look for the football helmet, you'll find us there.
Yeah.
I try to keep everything updated on there and keep it going.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll have to come down and.
Maybe he'll serve up some hot dogs. I know it could be hot dogs with the Hillbillies.
Well, we
with
could
the
do that.
Junior Red Raiders.
We could do that at one of the football games. I get Joe to come and cook the hot dogs for you.
Well, my husband's going to be out there in his hot dog suit, waving his sign. I got him a hot dog suit to wave his
my
sign.
Goodness.
So I'm
You should
excited
make
to
that
see
a
that.
contest. Could you imagine them kids wanting to get in that? It's like the pierogi contest. All them kids want to get in them pierogi outfits at the baseball game, right?
Yeah.
We should have a hot dog race.
Yeah,
you should have a hot dog race at the football game.
Yeah, my husband's a very big supporter for the kids. So
He is.
I was at a racetrack one time. It's been years ago. They had what they called a hot dog race, and what you did was you eat a hot dog, then you jump in a car and you make a lap, and then you get out, and then you eat another hot dog and you make a lap.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, those kids.
So
would
when
be
it got to
like,
about 20 laps, I mean, it started narrowing the field. Well, about 8 laps, it narrowed the field down. But then there was guys that, like I said, but you had to drink a cola or something. I forget what it was, and you ate a hot dog and you made a lap. And I don't remember how many laps the guy won. I don't know if it was 15 or 18 or whatever laps. But anyways, it was pretty cool.
that's awesome.
So maybe
Did you say? I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
maybe we could do that. You could walk around the field, and every 100 yards or something, you could put a around the track. You can have a hot dog place to eat a hot dog, and people pay to do that.
Well, I think you should take a play off the baseball team, and you know how they have the pierogi outfits.
Yeah.
You could have a contest to get into the hot dog outfit to run around the field.
There you go.
Do you know what I mean? Those kids would die to get in that outfit, I bet. Because, I just remembered, I want to say there was somewhere where I worked. I was bartending at a bar, and there was a chance to win to get into that pierogi. But did you know there's very stringent rules that they have for that costume? Like there's different things.
Did not know that.
I think that back then I was thinking, wow, you have to follow all these rules, and if you don't, then you're kicked out of the pierogi race.
Like I said, this is a good thing, and I like promoting. I do like promoting. So if somebody else has has a junior football team, or I don't know if Brownsville does anymore or not, but if anybody else has a league or something they want some help with, please get a hold of me, and I'll try to promote their events as much as I can, because this is good. I mean, I like to see kids play football, and
It's a really great sport to teach them responsibility and to be accountable for showing up for practice, and playing as a team and
Absolutely.
camaraderie. And so I feel like a lot of friendships are built during that time.
I would say so.
And I feel that like that relationship carries on throughout, because I remembered when Nolan played in 3rd grade, he had the opportunity to meet other people from the different schools, because all of the schools sort of merge at the junior Red Raider level. And so he had the opportunity to meet people from Lafayette and Ben Franklin before moving on to their schools.
Well, we're gonna get Brett involved in this somehow. I just don't know how we're gonna do it yet, but we're gonna get Brett involved in this somehow.
This is gonna be fun.
And then
next year.
it'll be we'll do it this year.
This year.
We'll get him to come maybe to one of the games.
Okay. We have a couple of ideas. We have to run by Brett, and hopefully we can get that started. Jumpstart.
Okay. Anyways, one more time. The Polish
when are
Club.
The games? Again,
Sundays, yeah.
Okay,
The
Sundays.
Polish Club Saturday, June 22nd from 1 to 5. Look for the hot dog man out there. He'll be waving his sign.
And then games are on Sundays. And
games are on Sundays.
And if he doesn't, he'll be in trouble.
Yeah, he'll be in trouble. Yep, that's right.
So,
it's not too hot. He'll be your poor husband in that hot dog outfit in 10,000 degree weather. He might be a burnt hot dog.
He might be a burnt hot dog by then. That's for sure.
Okay. Anyways, it's almost time to close up. So.
John's
I
picnic.
want everybody to know, if they want to come on Saturday, July 6th, stop out. You don't have to spend the whole day. It's going to be at Franklin Township Park. We're going to have hot dogs with the Hillbilly, and they're I don't know exactly what else they're having. They're going to have something beside hot dogs. We got a singer now. A girl that plays. She tentatively said that she would do this. So. We're going to do that, and Brett's going to be there, and I think it'll be a fun day. You don't have to stay all day; just stop and say hello, and get yourself a hot dog and some macaroni and cheese, or macaroni and macaroni salad. And I better not say macaroni and cheese. I'll get myself in trouble with the people that are cooking.
Somebody will come and ask you where the mac and cheese is.
That's right.
No, don't worry, somebody will. But anyways, I appreciate it. Like I said, it's going to be at Franklin Township Park. That's where the swimming pool is in Franklin Township. Used to be the old Curfew Grange, I believe. And one time it was the Curfew Grange, and it's going to be Saturday, July 6th. We're going to start around 2 o'clock, and we're going to close up, whenever we do. It's around 7:30, whatever. We're going to go to 7 o'clock. And I'll tell you what else. If you'll be out that way, Connellsville's having their fireworks fest on that evening. So I mean, it'd be pretty neat to go. You can go down there and walk around in River Park and enjoy that and watch the fireworks.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we got a minute and a half left. I appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for having me.
I appreciate ladies from Dunbar coming in for and explaining what's going on with the gas situation there. We're going to keep pushing that situation as much as we can. There's all kinds of things happening in our county. Next, I won't be here Friday. We're gonna bypass Friday this week. I'll be here. I'll be here back on Tuesday, and I'm gonna have I forget which week. I got so many weeks going on. The lady that made the flags, Susan B. Anthony. The Susan B. Anthony ladies are going to be with us. So it'll be pretty cool. So please tune in next Tuesday. Okay, here we go. On this road called life, you have to take the good with the bad. Smile when you're sad, love what you got, and remember what you had. Always forgive, but never forget. People change. Things go wrong. Just remember, the ride goes on. God bless each and every one of you, and God bless America. I'm John Marietta, and I am the Hillbilly.